As always, let me check and make sure we are live on my, let me go to view channel. I want to make sure, as always, I just want to make sure everything is working. I know I say this constantly, that I try and make sure everything is working. You guys will see OBS pop up for a second. I can't really do anything against that right now. If it would load, okay, it might not load. There we go. Okay, I think everything is working now. Okay, well, that's that. OBS. I will have OBS open sometimes so you guys can see it. Sometimes if I'm checking something, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So yeah, we're gonna do a stream today. We're just chilling, not really doing too much. We may continue the Pokemon stream that I did a while ago. That was the last stream I've did for a while ago. We might continue that. We might actually not. I actually don't know what we're really doing this stream. That's why it just says chill stream. I was considering doing Buckshot Roulette. I was considering maybe possibly playing like a free to play game or something like that. I was considering actually getting Power World, but I don't really know if the computer can run that. But before we go into anything, I actually want to go into good old Apex Legends, and I am so happy. Now, double check that everything is running correctly. Okay. Now, if you don't know, I did a video not that long ago talking about how not that long ago. It's like 6 days ago. So almost a week ago, I made a video that actually did pretty good compared to like most of my like good videos are either me talking about Apex because Apex usually does decently well, or stuff with Transformers Reactivate, which did really well. Like everything else barely has something unless it's like an heirloom pack openings thing. Like those did my best. My best one to date is still this Transformers one, which hit 1,000, which I am very happy about. This one though is my most engaged video, which I'm very happy about. Basically, everyone in the comments in this video pretty much agree with me, where don't play Apex, at least for now. And I've said this again and again. Sorry, I just want to double check it's recording. The frames aren't dropping. It might be all over the place with that. I should really have recorded locally or did a window capture. I mean, I technically can, actually. If I do window capture and turn off display capture, you guys can't see anything. But I don't think you guys can see anything when I go onto Steam, which is the problem. But I guess we can figure that out when we get to that. But I'm happy, pretty much, like I can even go into it. Everyone in the comments right now are like, I'm glad I don't need to be forced to play anymore. Apex coins lost value to me. I think I'll complete the first one since it's free, but after that, I'm not buying it. This is the most greedy thing ever. There's no point. Like, everyone agrees with me, and I like that. With this, them actually, like, yeah, seriously, what was it? Did they even like show like an update or something about it? Because if you go onto the thing, Battle Pass system buy, unplayable. Some people are. Let's give the homeless a I don't know what that is. Some people like are jokingly and do it like seriously. With the new Battle Pass system, I'm deleting the game as well as most players. Bye bye. Someone who has almost that, like, at least you don't have to build an apartment complex. Okay. That's just someone talking about Fortnite. Titanfall died for this slop. I want to see some of the bad reviews. A lot of these are good reviews. Like 500. Like a lot of people are talking about like how bad it is. Okay, here we go. When was this? Oh, this is October. Can I like sort through most recent? most most recent. There we go. Yeah, Greedy, EA used to be good now, but EA, Electronic Arts, Sinking Ship, only EA's Captain, and these aren't like big ones. I mean, I will admit a lot of these people don't have nearly as many hours. This one is a little bit better because almost 1,000 hours, but like it's point 0.8 hours on record. You don't even have a full hour on the game. But like someone like this who has thousands of hours, thousands of hours, thousands of hours, and are actually disliking it, seriously saying Battle Pass, can't believe what they did. That doesn't look at it like servers and matchmaking inconsistent. Players changing a rank next, and the only thing they changed is the next season Battle Pass. Like it's just stupid. And you can tell that they're not doing anything. If I were to open up, I believe they just announced. See all updates. Let's see what they updated. This was the 7th. Wait, what was it? May. Oh. Yeah. Champion of Battle Royale games. Best Battle Royale. Free and friendly to play. Consistent. No. And then you go and look at it here. Like overwhelming negative. Like I don't have 3 hours played on this. I don't know why it's saying I have 3 hours, but it might be Steam. But like it's most reviews are that. But within the past like 6 days that I've made this video, the past 6 days, they have did not mean to open OBS. They have gotten 33,000 people coming in and doing that. Now, yes, there's 800,000 things, but that's a sizable chunk. 13% or 17% of all reviewers have went and changed their review to be bad. That's really bad. What do I have in my cart? Sorry, I saw something I had in my cart. What? Oh, why did it say that? I was going to say only Into the Pit and Deltarune are in the library. So that is that. Now, one thing that I actually didn't talk about in the video, or I haven't made a video about, is FNAF. FNAF anniversary. Would it be on Twitter? Twitter. Yeah. I don't want Johnny Blocks. I want actual FNAF Twitter. I mean, I don't go. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's alert. Okay, so this one. Okay, My Pop Goes. So My Pop Goes isn't really anything big. If I remember correctly, My Pop Goes. It is basically, it is the instead of making like the full Pop Goes game, it's like a little like tycoon game. It's not like a full like big thing. I don't think there's going to be much to it. I mean, maybe there is some to it, but it's like you have to, like, I believe it is, you have to consistently cook food, consistently eat food, and consistently listen to music. You have like the timer, and if one of the timers go out, you lose. So you have to consistently play it. And it's actually a very proactive game where you have to like consistently play it for longer. So that fully releases. The Joy of the Creation demo came out. That one I actually did do a reaction to, but I didn't post it. I just didn't really. It was okay. Gonna be honest. The Joy of the Creation is a really good fan game. However, I don't. Sorry. I know I keep needing to check. I just. It's a really good fan game. Don't get me wrong, but I really don't like the demo aspect of, like, yes, we get to do the demo, but to me, when I think of like demos that are, the only real demos that I think that are good is quite literally Deltarune, but that's just because I knocked my water bottle over. It was empty, but it was fine. The only like good thing I can think of are Deltarune. I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but the fact is then you're going to come into the actual game, it's going to be all completely different, and I don't like that sometimes. But That being said, it looks very polished and really good. So that's good. Um, Interactive novel. I people. A lot of people are like kind of misinterpreting what this says. A lot of people are saying this is the interactive novel for. Actually, you know what? I can put us into uh window capture now, so you guys can't see if I go onto OBS just to check stuff. But people are like, "Oh, it's the we originally know that there's going to be a Phone Guy interactive novel." And people are like, "Oh, that's cool. We'll be able to see it." I don't believe this is that novel. VIP, I believe, is called something is something else because I believe the Phone Guy one had a different name. So that's cool. Then we have a Steel Wool announcement. Now, a lot of people are kind of up, like, don't really know. What? Oh, I thought that was. A lot of people were talking about how they don't know what this could be because this could possibly be DLC for um, Help Wanted 2, which I'll be honest, that would be pretty cool. Getting a DLC and kind of explaining Help Wanted 2 better would be cool. However, I personally don't think Help Wanted 2 needs anything else, if that makes sense. Help Wanted 1, there is a lot of kind of unknowns about Help Wanted 1, and the DLC helped start Vanny's story and stuff, and led us into Security Breach. With Help Wanted 2, it's mainly them trying to tie up loose ends, and while it is still confusing because that's just FNAF in general, it isn't like we don't need more. They don't really need to continue everything. The main thing that we actually know is that we should be getting a prequel game, actually, possibly, that would be set place in like Fredbear's Family Diner or for what it looks like Fall Fest in the 1970s, which would be the earliest we've ever been in the timeline, which would be really cool. So I don't know if it's going to be that. Now, the interview with Scott Cawthon on August 6th. Now, I remember watching this when this first came out. So I've been a big fan of Dorko forever. I love Dorko's content. I watch pretty much every upload he does every day. He's been a big FNAF YouTuber, and if you don't know, there is a big thing where basically him and Scott decided to do a bet with Ultimate Custom Night when that first released in 2018, which seems so long ago by now, that if Dorko beat 50/20 mode, he would be able to do an interview with Scott, or if Dorko failed and gave up, he would have to make a game within a certain amount of time with no prior experience, I believe. And obviously, Dorko beat it. So you got to do interview with Scott. And Scott actually talked a lot about the development side of FNAF, talked even about some lore clues. So, and that was in 2018 when most of the lore wasn't, like, it was big, but there wasn't as many unknowns. Pretty much, I'm actually very curious because I would imagine they're going to start off at FNAF VR and start talking about everything else. Because at 2018, after Ultimate Custom Night, like FNAF AR wasn't in the game, wasn't a thing. FNAF VR, Scott was talking about how he was excited for it. Like there was barely anything. So I would imagine he's going to start with Help 1 and he's going to start with Security Breach. Because to be honest, Scott actually hasn't made any of the games in recent years. It's all been Steel Wool. So I'm very interested to see how he talks about. I know Scott also like he listens to community feedback. I mean, I know for the fact when the movies were out, he actually went in the theater and sat with and watched the movie like a couple times with people. And one of the best interactions he had is a couple went in to watch it, and one of the people was dressed up as Toy Chica, which made him happy. And then the other person was like, "Do you think that's Scott Cawthon?" He's like, "No, he's too old." And then his his ego was shattered, which is really funny to me. But I I'm excited for this. I think there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes stuff, possibly some lore clues. I hope he sheds light on Security Breach. If I'm going to be honest, it's very if you look at Security Breach, like, I personally love Security Breach. I know a lot of people don't. When I played through it, I actually played on the PS4 edition, which was really bugged. That actually helped me. I was allowed to skip some stuff and get to it. I mean, I remember my reaction to Burn Trap, me screaming because my mom was sleeping and she told me to be quiet. But I remember having good memories about Security Breach. I never came across any bugs that were game breaking, but it definitely felt like it wasn't fully there, if that makes any sense. And I personally never felt like it needed to be all fully there, if that makes total sense. Basically, I already know going into most FNAF games that you have to piece the lore together by yourself. It's not handheld with you. But I guess I was kind of blind at the fact that they could have done it very differently and they decided not to. It's very obvious that they also scrap stuff and possibly change the story. Like, if you go and look at the original trailer, there's a scene that possibly Burn Trap was actually going to be the giant rabbit monster that people thought he was going to be from the books, and they just scrapped that. Just because they're like, oh no, they're catching on. By the way, if that ever happens to you, don't do that. The fact that your fans are catching on isn't a bad thing. That means that your fans are actively looking, doing lore, and searching. You don't need to completely change it for you to be unique. Like, I would be really mad if Toby Fox randomly decided Gaster was an important character just because the fandom caught on to what Gaster was doing. That would be stupid. So I am excited for that. I'm excited to see what he says. Now, I will talk about this because a lot of people are a little confused of what this is. So the collab announcement could be a lot of different things. It's probably going to be a game. As you can see here, people think it's going to be the Roblox. And I'll be honest, I don't think it is. So if you don't know, a little while ago, there was a really, I will be critical because it was very early and I think it got scrapped. I don't know. There was basically a part of the fanverse type thing, which was all it was on Roblox, and it was pretty much Dead by Daylight, but FNAF. But it was pretty crap, if I remember. That only Dorko and a couple other people got to play it because Scott said, "Yeah, just play it." It got leaked. There's no reason to not to wait for it, I guess. So pretty much, it could be that, but I'm pretty sure it got the development was people were like, it's just it's very much obvious it's just Dead by Daylight, but FNAF, and people would be more excited with Dead by Daylight being, or FNAF being in Dead by Daylight. People would like that more, like Springtrap, possibly have Mike Afton as the survivor or something. That would be cool. Not seeing an entirely new game that has the exact same premise. But the major one is people think it's going to be Fortnite. What I'm telling you right now, I am going to love that, because since I'm stepping away from Apex, I only really play Overwatch with my brother, and I don't even play that sometimes. Or we play Fortnite together, because Fortnite just has so much stuff to play, and we just mess around and do whatever. So me being able to be Freddy Fazbear would be amazing. A lot of people are also pointing out that Dead by Daylight, they did also have a collab, but they already announced what that was, so it can't be that. And Fortnite usually has updates each day. Now, the next update is actually on the 19th, and I believe they're adding Jack Sparrow in. And the next update is the August 6th, so this could quite literally be whatever. But a lot of people are kind of avoiding, me included, when I first actually, because I actually did a video on all this stuff. I wasn't streaming or anything. I was going to do a video and put this in with Deltarune News. I was going to put this in with... what else was I gonna put it in with? I kind of forget. I was gonna put it in with Deltarune News, Transformers Reactivate News, and then this. But it's an announcement. A lot of people are kind of ignoring that, which I think we don't need. We need to not. Like, as FNAF, you need to look at every single details. Just because we do get the announcement doesn't mean it's there. Like, the collab announcement, they can announce the collab and it not happen for another month. And I don't know what if that would be the case, because if it is, it could be that this Roblox game, like this person is saying. But I think that was scrapped because it got leaked and the developers were weird or something, or weren't following along the guidelines. So I'm not 100% sure with that. But if it is Fortnite, I'm gonna love it. If it isn't, I be honest, I will be kind of disappointed. But I think whatever it is, I'm just happy that we're getting something for every single day. Now, this one is very interesting. 5 Laps at Freddy's by Click Team. Click Team was actually talking about needing developers for stuff. Oh, what? Wow. They actually really made it a water emoji. Sorry, I thought I could scroll down and find it. I don't know why, but they were actually hoping for people to have that or to get stuff, and people didn't know. Are they making their own FNAF game? What is it going to be about? Now, 5 Laps at Freddy's makes no sense unless you think about it and not context of FNAF. It's going to be a racing game most likely. Or possibly, like, it's not going to be jogging. I don't picture Chica jogging that hard or something like that. So this might be like a Mario Kart-esque game, which I'm going to be honest, if that is the case, I would really like that. It is also a demo, which is kind of unfortunate. Like I said, demos kind of have bugs and stuff. But if it's been in development for a while, I'm going to be excited. I mean, we're getting 1, 2... 3 games, or no, 4, because I haven't even talked about the last one. So on the 8th, we are also getting the full release to Into the Pit. Now, I have talked about Into the Pit actually on my channel. If I can go there, I've talked about Into the Pit. Sorry, no thumbnail. I don't know why. Apparently, it auto-generated. So I was happy with it. It didn't do too well, but I'm excited for this. I'm 100% going to stream this game. I don't know how much it will be, so I'll just have to see and wait. But I'm excited for it. I have a weird I have a weird relationship with the books. To me, I think it's kind of stupid that the books have so much importance to the game. But I'm not one of the idiots who chooses to ignore that. I'll be honest, there's a lot of people who blatantly ignore what's going on in the books and say it has no meaning, which you can say, yes, the books aren't canon, but Scott Never has specifically said they're not canon. They're both in different universes, but they both share similar stuff. And I'm sorry, but ever since the Mimic popped up in Ruin, if you say the books aren't canon, I don't think you're... if you try and do lore stuff, I'm not going to listen to you. I know that might be harsh, but you kind of have to be strict with lore stuff, if I'll be honest. Because you completely ignoring everything from the books throws a lot of stuff out of the window. Like, if you don't know... literally what gave us William Afton's name was the books. The Silver Eyes gave us the books back in 2016 before Sister Location released. That's what gave us the name. So if you don't think the Mimic or the books are there, then that's kind of there. That's kind of... it doesn't make sense. They're such an integral part of the story. And expanded universe, good for bad, I don't know. I personally think the Mimic's actually kind of bad. I'll be honest. I was really hoping for possibly a burn trap, glitch trap type thing. Them throwing the Mimic at us just throws more questions into the thing. I personally really hope the Mimic is just kind of there. Like, the Mimic isn't Afton, the Mimic isn't Glitch Trap, the Mimic is just the Mimic. Like, it's just something there. Like, it can be something scary, possibly stuff that related to William, but I hate that they're throwing more wrenches into it, so... like, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you can't ignore the fact that the Mimic from the books is in the games now. But, that being said, the Fazbear Frights stuff... for the most part, it's pretty good. Some of the later ones are pretty bad. But to be honest, some of the, like... if I actually search up... Fazbear Frights... book cover. Some of them are pretty like pretty unsettling. I forget which one it is. I don't think that doesn't look right. Step Closer, that one looks good. This one, that's the obviously title one, Blackbird. That one was this one. Here it is, The Breaking Wheel. So, this one actually, I believe it got removed because of how like actually horrific it was. I think maybe it didn't. Basically, this book, they one of the main stories, The Breaking Wheel, the story was that there is a bully, and I believe this kid found an endoskeleton or something, and they're trying to trying to get back at the bully, and that's fake. I don't know why that's there. The try and mess around with the bully, so they used the endoskeleton to attack him in the classroom, and it ended up like killing him, and they're like, oh crap, we don't know what to do. Then they later like go home or something, and his like brother has like a remote control or something, and is like starting to like thrash him around, and it like kills the kid. Like he's like intertwined pretty much, like kind of like the burn trap. And it's like really disturbing, and like the books are really good. A lot of these are fake. That looks so. These look so. That's real. The fact that that's real is funny. I don't think those look way too fake, but they're not bad. And as a matter of fact, the first one, Into the Pit, I think is actually probably one of the better ones. I'm actually trying to say, let's go Super Fight, Into the Pit. I forget which it has To Be Beautiful. Okay, it is this one. So this is probably one of my favorite books. So the first one, Count the Ways. The first one, Into the Pit, is the one where the game is based off. Oh wait, you guys can't see the game. Oh, I don't even have it pulled up. That is the Into the Pit is the game we are possibly getting. That's the game we are getting. And it is basically, it's a time traveling ball pit, and Oswald goes back, and yeah, on Let's Say School, Oswald, he doesn't have any people there. Everyone's gone, so he goes to Jeff's Pizza and pretty much eats. Wait, is this the entire plot? Oh no, okay. Basically, he goes back in time into the ball pit and just spends the days at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza until the bunny appears, and he witnesses the first murders of the game. And then what is really weird is that basically at one point he's trying to tell his dad that there's our evil rabbit. The rabbit takes his dad, pulls his dad under the ball pit, and then randomly becomes his dad, if that makes any sense. Let me actually go into the thing. I'm gonna have to change us to display capture. If I can remember which scene it is. You're in the house here. No. Yeah, here we are. Basically, he just becomes your dad. At one point, your wife, your mom, Oswald's mom, is just like them. Like he's just like, oh, that's my husband. That's not a bunny or anything. And he's weirded out. And eventually, I believe the bunny gets hung, if I remember correctly. I wonder if there's a picture of the actual ball pit. It doesn't look like we get any of it. Oh, I forgot Golden Freddy was in there. Whatever. The ball pit has like strings on it, like a fish net, and he gets hung on that. Like, that's gruesome for FNAF. Like, that's never happened in a FNAF game. So that is pretty brutal if I have anything to say about it. So, but that being said, there also is other stuff. To Be Beautiful is kind of simple. You just the girl slowly becomes a robot and then falls apart or something. Count the Ways, is probably my favorite. Millie gets trapped. A girl named Millie gets trapped in Funtime Freddy, and he begins counting all the ways that he can kill her. And it actually really, it ending is really weird because the ending she decides to do decapitation. So he's getting ready to like decapitate her with like a piece of metal, and she tries to duck down, but you don't figure out what's happening. So it's just like and we haven't known. This book came out when it came out. 19. We haven't known what happened to her forever. So it's just a cliffhanger. That's most of the books. So yeah. But we also will have a keep in mind this, it will change, so this might change in the order of stuff, and there'll probably be FNAF movie news sprinkled throughout the game. So yeah, I'm excited about this, but that is about it for that. I actually do want to do is I want to check YouTube and see if nope, okay. I wanted to check before I went onto Twitter or something if there was anything for Deltarune yet. Now I will talk about Deltarune. Deltarune news. Was it this, or did Toby Fox tweet something? I forgot about that. I think it was Toby Fox that posted something. The creative process. Oh, it's just him doing something. Okay, so to further clarify, the thing being tested on will be in chapter. So this is Toby Fox updating. The thing we're testing on would be a version of chapter 1+2 with no death person other than the implementation to feature. The feature is also not ideally supposed to change anything. So basically, they are implementing a new feature within Game Maker is doing a feature talking about Deltarune. Game Maker is making the feature. That's really funny. I forgot about that. What is that type of face? I'll pause it for there. Basically, it allows the data.win files to be separate, so you have one for each chapter. So if they need to update chapter 2, they don't have to update chapter 1 and 2. This will help for like when they have like 6 chapters and say, oh, there's a bug in chapter 4, we don't have to update all 6 or 7 how many chapters this game is going to have. They only have to update that specific chapter. This will also allow the assets to be contained within that's own separate chapter, so the game might run possibly smoother or whatever. Now, the big thing is we're working on the Ruse letter, and it will not be able to release until a few days after the update of the Game Maker is released this month. So this month, it is, as of I am streaming this, it is the 17th. And so we'll get a newsletter possibly so you will get a newsletter this month, pretty much confirmed. So that or just confirmed, not pretty much. I mean, unless stuff changes or whatever. So that is exciting. But the thing that is the biggest takeaway, by the way, a couple of friends have been able to play through the unfinished chapter 4. They enjoyed it. What tells me that is that they are able to play through by unfinished. It means finished, but like lacking some polish. Possibly some of the background sprites aren't fully finished. There's possibly some placeholders for like flavor dialogue, but like the main playthrough, like, they fully played it through. They were able to play through the unfinished chapter for all of it, and they enjoyed it. That is telling me that is good. I'm hearing the team is hard at work. Give me the next chapter now. Here you go. God. Here's the next chapter. One Piece official. I like that they're both on. But this is telling me that we will 100% get some new stuff soon, at least sometime this this month. If I want to do a prediction, because I actually do want to do a prediction video sometime. I don't know how I would do it, but basically, I believe we will probably get, I don't know if we'll get a release date soon. Because because Toby has kind of said he kind of doesn't want to do a deadline. They do have an internal deadline, which, if you don't know, basically means that there is an ending date where all of the people working on Chapter 4 need to be finished and need to move on to Chapter 5. So the fact that they have an internal deadline is good, and the fact that they have a bunch of new people on board is really good. So I'm excited. I think if anything, I would be on. I would say it wouldn't be a big thing to say we possibly might see Chapter 3, 4 sometime September, August. I know that's a big leap to say, but usually with the last one we actually got for the newsletter, he says that it's the it being finished is still a ways away, but that can mean a lot of different stuff, because our term of ways away might be a little bit weird, because most of the stuff was almost 100% complete when he was talking about it, I believe. Let me actually double check. Deltarune newsletter. Spring 2024, I was the one, I believe. You gotta get to the I don't know where it is. Oh, Chapter 4 is going better than ever. We are on track to meet our internal deadline. New hires are making good progress. Okay, so cutscenes, there is no percentages. Only a few ones left, tough ones. All battles are technically done, but still need to improve on the flow. 10 maps. Now, maps are basically the background and layout of the game. Now, 10 maps could mean as something as little as one room to a big scrolling room that goes on for a while. So this could be like done or not a gimmick. So he specifically has like a teacup ride. So one of those things is almost done. After all, and then it needs to get replaced with all be polished. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 things that are pretty much done. And by most time, I hope that a first pass of the entire Chapter 4 will be at least halfway crushed through the Steam Moral. Now, the thing is that we can't discuss the current progress. We're making it years. Otherwise, it's a quill still quite far, but it's with each passing month. So the idea is this was written in spring, so May, I believe, right? Basically, the game is, and he writes this, I believe, a little bit ahead of time, so he could have been writing this at April, and it's July. So we could be seeing, I'm not trying to get anyone's hopes up, but it's very possible that we can see a new chapter. So I'm looking forward to it. If we do get a new chapter, we get a new chapter. Or get the new chapters. If we don't, I'm going to be, don't get it for a little bit, I'll be fine. I will say, though, I usually don't say I'll be disappointed when it comes to possibly FNAF or Deltarune, mainly because I know that they're decently high. With FNAF, it's a little different. FNAF, I've come to expect that the games might be slightly low quality now, which is kind of sad, but I need to have some expectation and some precedent set. For this, Toby's always been on top of things, always been completely transparent. But one of the problems is that I really don't know what's it called? I don't know when it will release. A lot of people are saying, well, it might release on the anniversary, but he's kind of not really done that in a while. I mean, they did it for Chapter 2, so I don't know if he would want to do it for Chapter 3, 4. A lot of people say it possibly might be next year, but another part of me is Toby said he wants to get this out more than anyone. So something tells me he is going to announce that it is going to be releasing. Then there'll be marketing stuff, possibly trailers, because if you don't know, we have to have trailers for this one, mainly because since this is going to be paid for, Toby can't kind of drop it out of nowhere like he usually has. He's going to actually have to slowly slowly do trailers, do build up, because Well, yes, it's kind of worked with Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 with them both breaking the internet and being like Undertale 2 for Chapter 1, and then people like, finally, Chapter 2 is out, people loving Chapter 2. I mean, people like Chapter 1, but it was definitely, obviously, like a very slim taste of what's to come, and then people love Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is, I have some of my best favorite moments from gaming in Chapter 2. My reaction to the weird root, Spamton, everything. I wish I had it recorded for that stuff, but I will be 100% be streaming that in doing videos, analysis, everything. Like when I want to do something, it takes some motivation for me to get like me to really want to do that thing. But Undertale and Deltarune is something that I will consistently push forward with like possibly doing something. So I am 100% looking forward to whatever this brings. I'll be honest. I don't imagine it to go into next year. I'll be honest. I'll say the latest again. I'll say the latest will possibly be October, because that is Chapter 1's anniversary. October, I believe October 16th. I think that was right. Right. I don't know why I was searching up the date October 16th. Oh my gosh, my keyboard sucks. Deltarune, Chapter 1 release date. Yep. Oh, 30. Oh, so it's Halloween. Or not Halloween. Whatever it is. I think that this is good. Like, we can expect possibly it to be the latest then. But to be honest, I don't think Toby wants to sit on it for, like, what would that be? That would be another 3 months. Like, literally 3 months gets the 31st. That is three months, and not counting that we're only like halfway through July. That's like 3.5 months of development time that I think they would be able to get this stuff done. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be insanely easy, but the fact that Chapter 3 is done. That is just done. Like, no one is on Chapter 3 except maybe like a localization stuff. But I would say Chapter 4 could get done within this month. They could do localizing within another month, and we might be able to see it by September or possibly October. Whatever. I hope that happens. But yeah, I'm excited for everything. So yeah, that's about it with Undertale. Excited for everything Deltarune, or sorry. That's everything for Deltarune. I'm excited of all this stuff with FNAF. I really do hope this is Fortnite, I'll be honest. I don't really see anything another collab announcement that would be cool other than Fortnite. I know people said the Roblox, but Roblox, you can't really announce a Roblox collab because you're not really collabing with Roblox unless there's a Roblox developer you're collabing with. So that might be a little bit different. The main things I'm excited for is that the interview, and I'll be honest, probably the Laps at Freddy's and the Steel Wool. I'm not gonna play full Mike Popko's Joy Creation novel, and Into the Pit. Well, yes, I am excited for Into the Pit. I think I'm kind of gonna know what to expect from that, but at the same time, the fact that they're gonna have to turn the book into gameplay, I'm kind of confused how they're gonna do that. So it's like, I'm happy for it, but I'm being a slightly pessimistic about it because I don't really know how they're gonna do it. It looks amazing, and I haven't seen anything bad about the developers who are making it, so it might be amazing. I have no idea. I really hope this is a racing game. I think that'd be really funny to play have a Mario Kart that's at Freddy's. I already asked my brother if he would play with it, and he keeps trying to say no, but I'm like, it's going to be free probably. I don't know why you're saying no. It's going to be funny. He's mainly mad that I'll probably be making Fazbear jokes if we play Fortnite together, and we're that. But yeah, that's about it. I know this stream has just kind of been just a talking stream, but I mean, I really don't want to play, I'll be honest. Like I said, if I were to play, it would probably be Overwatch or Fortnite, and I don't want to have to go onto the my PS5 right now and all that stuff. So, or I would have to restart stream and try and do stuff with that. We could play Pokemon, and I do want to kind of continue that. I don't know how I'm going to continue that. Possibly, I would maybe try and do a new save